So this is the sketch tool of CREO parametric software. In this sketch tool we can draw 2D graphics. So this is the area in which we are going to draw it. So this is called drawing area or graphics area, and this one top bar is graphics toolbar. And first of all we will start using the datum or reference group, in which the first one is coordinate system. Coordinate system is like if you want to put, or if you want to start with some origin 0 0, so this is your coordinate system. If I click it and bring my cursor on the board, you can see there is a coordinate system which is moving on the board, and I have to click somewhere on the board in order to place it. So this is my coordinate system, and now press escape. Then I would like to draw a center line, a vertical center line. Click center line, move your cursor somewhere over the drawing area, and click here, and then press another click when you desire. For example, right now my center line is in vertical orientation and I want this orientation, so I would click. Similarly, I want another horizontal center line, click, and this is horizontal relation, so I will click again, then press escape. So I can now dimension these center lines from the origin. For example, this is 999 millimeters. This is now I am setting it to 1000 millimeters. Similarly, this vertical dimension can be changed by double clicking it, 1000 millimeters. Okay, and this angle can also be changed. So this is how we use datum points. Similarly, you can also mark a point somewhere on the drawing board. For example, if I click this point, you can add one point, you can add multiple points, for example second point, third point, fourth point, and then press escape. So there are various points and their distances are given, their dimensions are given, and you can also move these dimensions. For example, this 1000, I want to move it towards the left side. I will click it and move it on the left side. Similarly, this 1000 can be moved downwards like this. Now I can change the dimensions. For example, 300, enter, double click this 423, 400, enter. Now the dimensions are correct. Similarly, you can also move these dimensions as well, depending upon your choice or requirement. So you can also zoom in and zoom out using your scroll, or using this button over here, zoom in like this. And similarly, if I press escape, we will be, or you press the scroll button. Scroll button is also like escape. Similarly, if you want to delete something, for example I want to delete this point, I will move the cursor to this point and I will select it and then press delete. Similarly, if I want to delete this point, I will move my cursor over this point and select it and then delete. And I can also select multiple objects to delete them. Similarly, this center line can be deleted, this can also be deleted, and this point will also be, if I select it and then press delete, it is deleted. This coordinate system can also be deleted if I select it like this and then press delete. So I am again with my empty screen. In a similar fashion, I can use the sketching group and the commands which are here. For example, if I select this pull down menu, there are different forms of lines. One is line chain, other is line tangent. If I select line chain like this and bring my cursor in the drawing area to start a line, I have to click. My line will be started from that particular point, and I have to do another click in order to complete one single line. For example, right now this one is horizontal line, and if I click, it will be a horizontal line up to that point. As it is a line chain command, it will be forming a chain unless I press escape. So I will be marking another, then as it is a chain, it will continue unless I press escape or scroll button on the mouse. So I have made a chain here. Now I am going to press scroll button or escape in order to dimension it. For example, this is 478. I will double click it in order to change it to 500 or whatever the value I desire. And I can also move this dimension just by clicking on it and then moving it like this. 249, I will make it 300, so it depends upon your choice. Similarly, this is 350. I can make it 400 or whatever the value and press escape. But one thing is, like, there is an equal command constraint. So this 500 is allocated to all these horizontal lines. As you can see, this is equal constraint. If I want to delete it, I will select it and delete it. Now I can change this horizontal length. So I can make it 600. Press escape. Then this is also equal to the first dimension. As it is equal constraint, I will select it or I can delete it. In order to change this particular value, I can make it 700 like this and press escape. And these red dots at the end are showing that this figure is not closed. In order to close it, I have to select another line and we'll start with this till this point and this point, press escape. Now it is a closed figure. If I want something different, I can delete any particular line by selecting it and then pressing delete, delete, select and delete, select and delete, or I can select the entire board like this and press delete. We can also make different rectangles, for example, corner rectangle, slanted rectangle, center rectangle and parallelogram. If I select corner rectangle, I have to select two corners on this drawing board. For example, first corner is this one and the second corner is where I want to stop, for example this one. And if I press escape, I can dimension it. For example, this is 641, I will make it 600, and this is 380. First of all, I would move it, then it is 400. So this is my corner rectangle, slanted rectangle, first point, second point, and then select the thickness, then press escape. So you can add dimensions to it. For example, this 238 can be 200, and it can also be moved, and this dimension can also be changed, and similarly it can also be deleted. If I select it and delete it. Similarly, center rectangle, you have to select a center point, for example like this, and you have to click another, make another click to select it, then press escape, and you can change the dimensions 494 to 500, and 679 to 800 and press escape. You can also move these dimensions. For example, this 500 I want to place it like here. Similarly, there is another rectangle that is parallelogram. If I select it, first point, second point and third point. Now if I want to clear my space, I will be selecting this entire space and press delete. In order to make a circle, there are different forms of circle. For example, center and point. You have to select a center of the circle, for example like this, and then the end point or radius like this. Similar fashion, there is a concentric circle, means it will draw another circle with the same center. For example, if I press it and press this circle, the center is similar. Now I can have a circle, and if I want to escape from it, I have to press escape or scroll button. So there are, I have made a ring like this. Similarly, there is another circle, 3-point circle. You have to draw, or you have to select 3 points. My first point is this, second point is this, and my third point I have to select it like this. And 3 tangent circle. In order to draw this type of circle, there have to be 3 tangents. For example, if I draw 3 lines which will act as tangents, and this line, and now if I draw this 3 tangent circle, I have to select this, and so how to draw 3 tangent circle? I would like to delete or clear my space first. Now I will draw 3 different lines. For example, one is this, escape, other one is this, escape, and the last one is this and escape. Now if I select 3 tangent circle, first tangent is this line, second tangent is this line, and third tangent is this line. So a new circle is made which is tangent to all the 3 lines. So this is how you make it. So in order to make a 3 tangent circle, there has to be 3 different lines or tangents. I will select it and I will delete it. Then there are different forms of arcs. 3-point arc. If I select 3-point arc, I have to select 3 points, first point, second point and third point, anywhere like this. Then center and ends. First of all, I would like to select the center, then this is the first end, and this one is wherever I want, second end. Similarly, 3 tangents can be drawn when there are 3 tangents available. Concentric, if I select it, and this arc, another arc concentric to the available arc can be drawn. Escape, similarly this one like this, and this. Press escape, press escape, and then select all these things and delete. Similarly, if I want to draw ellipse, there are 2 types of ellipse, center and axis ellipse. Axis and ellipse. Axis and ellipse के लिए you have to select it, then the select axis. For example, this is the axis of my ellipse, this, and the thickness of the ellipse like this one. Center and axis ellipse can be drawn by selecting the center and the axis like this, and another click. Press escape. Now the dimensions can be changed. For example, the length of this one is 4775 can be modified to 5000, and the thickness can be changed to whatever the value I desire. Similarly, the other one. Now select all this and delete. Similarly, a spline can be made like this. Click, another click, another click, and another click. Wherever I want to stop, I can press escape and another escape in order to dimension it. Now if I select all this and press delete, my space is now clear.